Oh, hell nah. The fuck? Subscribe to earn drops. Is this like sponsored by Duolingo? What the hell? Nah. Nah, Duolingo. You can't fool me anymore. I know your app ain't all it's chapped up. I know your app ain't all it's cracked up to be. Hello. What the hap is fucking? That's a really good question. That really caught me off guard. That's pretty fucking good. Yeah. Welcome in, everyone. And by everyone, I mean Azeweeb and Pumpkin. Crazier organizing that in stream chat, but yes. Yes. You could have just sent me a DM too, but that's alright. Alright. Let's get on with the streaming stuff. Hello, everybody. I'm back. Fortunately, not skipping another week. I was not skipping Celeste this week. We're so back. We're here. We're finally here. That's fair. That you know what, Pumpkin? That is fair. That is fair. Yes, Celeste. We are back with some more 5B Golden. Honestly, I've said this. I keep saying this like every stream, but I'm starting to feel the effects of this. I do sincerely think this has taken longer than it probably needed to, but I was pleasantly happy with I was pleasantly surprised with the progress last time. Even though there wasn't anything too crazy, we got a tiny distance PB, but I felt consistency was getting a lot better, and that's good. I will say this is something that I realized before. I thought I could maybe work around it this time, but I do think it's just not a great idea for me to try and do Goldenberry stuff mid-semester. I will not be able to play at my best most of the time. And so once we're done with this Goldenberry, we are moving on to what's that thing? What the we are moving on to Strawberry Jam. Oh shit, okay. Thank you so much, Dex. We got Dex and Orca. Woohoo! Hello friends, welcome in. Glad y'all can make it. Very nice to see you all here this evening. Yeah, no, we are I feel as though I haven't seen you in a while. Y'all might not be caught up on the fucking lore. By which I mean the copious number of streams I've had to cancel in the past few weeks. Because this semester is ass. This semester is so bad. Oh, rest in peace to both of you. I was kind of in that boat last night, though maybe not quite as bad. I had to stay up very, very late. I am like, I'm on like 4.5 hours of sleep right now, y'all, and I don't have coffee to assist me today. I made the executive decision that I had already had too many sweet treats today and needed to cut myself off. So there's no coffee tonight. We'll see how that goes. 4.5 hours of sleep, no coffee. Fuck it, we ball stream time. Gave me biscuits. I mean, the biscuits part sounds good. What's happening in your semester? Just this fuck-ass lab class, mostly. The rest of it's not too bad. It's this, like... It's a lab class that's worth, like, 2 credit hours. And it is somehow ending up being, like, 20 hours of work every week. So I'm working a half-time job on this, like, 2 credit lab class. It's really bad. I will be listening in. That is a-okay. I'm glad you glad to know you're here, Dex. That is also on top of the fact that I deliberately am working longer, like I'm working more hours this semester than I have in the past, because I took on some extra expenses starting like with this semester, and now I gotta pay for those now. So like it's just been a whole like cavalcade of like just stuff just not really working out well in my favor, and so I've just had to cancel a lot of streams, but we're back now. We're gonna do some Celeste. It's gonna be great. And with that in mind, yeah, let me do stream schedule real quick, and then I'm just gonna get right into it. Have you been enjoying the game that, okay, hold up. Pumpkin, if you're still here. To give you a sense, Orca, of how bad this semester... Oh, CD got it! Nice. To give you a sense of how bad this semester is, I have played Silksong for a grand total of 2 hours, and I have not opened the game in 3 weeks. The 2 hours of the game I played, I very much enjoyed. But just so you all are aware of how horrendous this semester has actually been. Yes, my current playtime on Silksong is 2.2 hours. And the last time I played was September 7th. Shit's bad. Shit's bad. I actually have a chance tomorrow, though. I have a chance tomorrow to play Silksong. Actually, hold up. I maybe have a chance tomorrow to play Silksong. Here's the deal. Stream schedule. I'm gonna try and do something different with stream schedule, because Sundays have not been working as well as I want them to as streaming days. I am actually going to try, instead, to stream Persona tomorrow night. It's not the most ideal night to do that, but I'm gonna give it a try, I think, given that Sundays haven't seemed to be working. Because the classic me, I'm trying to fit too much into my schedule, and now it's looking like Sunday probably won't work this week at the very least. And so we're gonna try and do Persona tomorrow night. I do technically have work on Saturday morning, but it's not as early as it would be if I was doing an opening shift. Like, I can afford to get in a little bit later. And so I am, I think, going to try to do Persona tomorrow night. Going forward from there, as I said, there will probably be no D&D. No, there's definitely not going to be any D&D next Tuesday. Our good friend Kane is going to be out of town. Won't be able to hop on with us. In all likelihood, there won't be anything replacing the stream that day. I'll just be grinding out some work, trying to get ahead. Which hopefully that'll go well. Which means that after tomorrow's hopeful Persona 3 stream, the next stream will probably be maybe next Thursday with more Celeste, but also maybe next Friday with more Celeste. So I struggled less than even the most somehow. Huh, really? Fascinating. The 2 hours I've played, I have not found Silksong to be very hard so far. I will say that. I'm expecting it to get much harder going forward. But I haven't found it to be too bad so far. Again, though, I've fought like 1 or 2 bosses so far, so like it's really not much. Like, I did not enough for me to make a judgment call on that. Anyways, that is stream schedule. That is where we're at right now. fuck it, we ball. Celeste time. Let's get shit going. I would genuinely love it if we could get this golden berry tonight. I'm not gonna be like, I'll be cautiously optimistic. Let's say, I don't think, I by no means think it's a guarantee. But I would love it if we could get this out of the way, because I'm actually like really hoping to get back to Strawberry Jam. That just feels like better Celeste vibes for like this time in the semester. Or just mid-semester in general. Like, Strawberry Jam has always been something I can just like pop in, grind away at my own pace. Like, it's not something I have to be like constantly locked in at all times for. Don't get me wrong, I am at the point in Strawberry Jam where it's pretty damn hard. Okay, I'm not timing this right. I am at the point in Strawberry Jam where that thing is pretty, like, fairly challenging a lot of the time. But not so bad that not like, it's because I'm not trying to do deathless stuff, like, I can just like throw myself at the challenge and not have to like worry too much about like being super consistent. You can be glad in a way to have the worst parts pass you by without even knowing. They did do some difficulty adjustments since it came out. Oh, I see. But yeah, I'm hoping to get back to Strawberry Jam as soon as I get this golden berry. As for what'll happen if I get the golden berry early tonight, I mean, I kind of doubt it, but I don't know. I don't have anything else planned, and I kind of don't want to start any other golden berry projects, given that I am mostly planning on, you know, like leaving this project in reserve for later. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I literally could just open Strawberry Jam back up, I guess, but then I'd have to like figure out how to. Then I'd have to have this stream in like both of the different playlists, which I feel like would be weird. I could make it work though. I could make it work. Do a little like blend the thumbnails together kind of thing. Interesting to see how I solve these rooms. Yeah. At this level especially, I feel like there are at many times better ways I could be doing this. But I really didn't want to learn how to like corner kick, like whatever is it corner kicking or something? There's that big skip. You can route out an entire key by like what is it, like supering off the button or something? But oh shit. I meant to restart chapter there. Yours seems pretty solid. Oh, okay. I don't think you understand. Most people, when they see my routing on this, are just like, why aren't you doing the skip? And so I just kind of expected that's what you were talking about. Why do I have the golden berry? I genuinely didn't mean to grab it. Oh well. Fuck it. I mean, I'm just going for a deathless attempt of this first checkpoint anyway, so it's no biggie. I'll just start again without the golden. When I die. Felt a bit cheap. Like, you mean I cannot beat this normally? Ridiculous. Of course I can. Exactly. No, I just didn't want to learn how to do that fucking corner thing. Mine was a little bit different. Ooh, that spacing was real sketchy. Okay. Come on. There we go. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I learned the timing for a lot of these rooms without fast bubbles, and so I just kind of haven't bothered to introduce them into my routing. Oh, what? Damn. Oh, that was a cursed dash direction right there. That was a cursed bubble direction. I'm not sure I've made that mistake before. No, I think what was happening there is that I was anticipating having to change directions for the bubble after it. And I just, like, it just did not work. But welcome in for real, CD. Welcome. Shoutouts to CD showing up just in time to pin the message. That was truly legendary. Seriously? CD was fucking waiting. Did I not go high enough there to get the dash crystal? I guess not. Weird. Send in an application. Nice. Yep. I was privy to this little bit of Orca lore. Oh my god. What was the... Oh hell, what the fuck? Alright, research after. I'm thinking a lot and especially procrastinating doing anything as you do. Totally understandable. I guess we're doing another run with the golden berry. I wasn't really intending to. I keep forgetting that I'm not actually in the like golden berry part of the stream yet. Yeah, just gets it on this run. 20-minute stream. See y'all later. I got what I was here for. Why did I just forget what I was doing in this room for a second? Just had to kind of stand there and think. Went to a job fair with my brother. Not job fair, more like education fair? Okay. Oh. Nope, still not getting the berry. Actually, I mean, do I want to do it like that? Technically speaking, since we're going for... since we're going for just the first deathless run of the first 2 checkpoints anyways, like, it's almost kind of a waste to get there and then, like, not have the golden berry to attempt those final few rooms. Even if, you know... yeah. Struggling. Even if I haven't warmed them up yet. It's that one fuck-ass room that I'm really worried about. It's the final room of the like, second to last checkpoint. Uh-huh. I did actually intend to wall jump off the other side there. Found a place that's unfortunately a private institution, so it costs money. It is still programming, specifically game development. Okay. I'll read the second part of that message here in a sec. Wow. And much smaller groups of like 30 people instead of 1,000. You were in groups of 1,000? Even my school's not that bad. And I go to a pretty damn big school. We're not gonna get this. Had way too many people in lectures. That is way too many people in lectures. Like, I've had some, like, 300 people lectures before. And that was too fucking many. At 2K! That's actually ridiculous. What were these classes that 2K people needed to take all at once? Knitting. Intro to knitting. That was my favorite class. Normal IT students with other courses. I mean, yeah, that makes sense, but like my general physics, like 1 class, basically, that was mixed from like many majors. Though, to be fair, they were offering multiple sections of it as well, I think. So maybe like in aggregate, 1,000 people were, oh great, 1,000 people were taking that class at once, but it wasn't like, it wasn't all in one, like, they weren't all watching the same lectures, I guess. Oh, for sure, yeah. That experience I'm at least, like, familiar with, like, super impersonal classes. Even with a lot of those big, I'm freaking struggling. With a lot of those, I give up. I don't even know what I was trying to say anymore. Oh, the professors were good. I'll give them that. The professors were good for those big classes. They were very, very good at engaging the people who were in the lecture room, in spite of how big of a class it was. I was too fast? I was too early in the cycle? What is this? If y'all have noticed, I'm just basically going to... I've switched my strategy. I'm gonna keep using the golden berry until I get a full run of the... a deathless run of this first part. That way I can, like, keep the run going if I feel like it. Once that happens, I will switch to practicing the final 2 sections for a little bit, just to, like, make sure I'm all, like, warmed up on those, and then we'll just go back to golden berry attempts for real. No, it was not the first. I fucked up right at the end, remember? And actually, the first time, I actually really wasn't doing great. Where I didn't have the berry? Nah, I didn't. No, I don't think I did. I think I died on that first run. I died multiple times. Literally to that room that we just passed through. Fuck. No, I don't want it. No, not that mistake. I hate that mistake. I'm just... Exactly. That's what we need to be manifesting right now. I'm just that good. I'm actually goated. Like, I'm actually the best Celeste player. I'm gonna get it this attempt. Just watch and see. Dies immediately. That would be on brand. I was worried I was too late in the cycle there, but it was okay. Alright, there we go. That's a deathless attempt on the first checkpoint. Now we can move on to, well, once I die here. But we can move on to practicing the later parts. Damn! Damn! Okay. It's okay, though. It's okay. Alright, how many deaths have I gotten? Ooh. Ooh, that's a fun number. 1777. There's no real significance to the number. It's just a fun number. Almost 1776. That number does have significance. At the very least in the US. Shit. Oh, fuck off. Fuck off with that shit. I just barely missed it! Fuck this game! There we go. Nice. Alright. Let's go until we get a, walking a fine line? There we go. Oh shit! Alright, awesome. Glad it was that one. Oh hell no. What? What? Why did it go to the other? I have never seen it do that. Maybe I climbed too fast there. Oh, seriously? I'm very curious to know what you thought of Saint Motelevision, because that was my introductory Saint Motel album. It's the first one I ever listened to. What? This room is fucking me up today for some reason. That should get, yeah. The other rooms seem to be going mostly fine, but that room is like really not being as consistent as I wanted to. Though, actually, to be genuinely honest, I think that might be, like, the least consistent room. One of the, like, it's often recoverable, even when I mess it up, but just in terms of the strategy, it is one of the least consistent rooms in this level for me, I think. Ah, I wasn't far enough over? That's ass. Ooh, that one was really fucking close too. There we go. That was good. That one was better. Trying to think if I have any interesting music things to bring up. I've been kind of like crunch time listening to a lot of the rest of Quinny's discography, and like I'm seriously manifesting being able to go to that concert next Wednesday. Like, all right, come on, let's go through her back catalog. Because I'm genuinely mostly going to the album, like the concert on the strength of her most recent album, which I do genuinely think was great. And so I haven't heard just about anything else she's made. So I'm trying to rectify that. Okay, there we go. That was a full run of that checkpoint. Give it a 79 out of 100. While I don't enjoy the new sound of saying much without nearly as much as old, I still vibe with it a bit. Had the unfortunate effect of 3 songs I already heard from the album being my favorites. Getaway? Oh, what does Getaway sound like? I should know this better. I used to listen to this album a lot, but it's been a minute. Oh, Getaway. Yep, Getaway. Okay. Which were the ones you had heard ahead of time? I'm curious now. I know you've heard Move, I think. Yeah, I know we've talked about Move before, but what other 2 have you heard? Oh shit, okay. We're back. Oh, okay, cool. Hooray for saving. As strange as that was. Oh, I don't know why I thought that would work. There was like a safer thing to do there anyways. I did not need to do that. I could have just walked over. It's okay, though. What? Huh? What the fuck was that? That did not do what I wanted it to do. Oh, damn. Beethoven mentioned. Oh shit, restart chapter. Yeah, Sweet Talk and For Release are both very good songs. I would say Move, Sweet Talk, and For Release are the best songs on that album as well. But I do also quite like Long Distance Relationship and Happy Accidents, the album closer. Those both I think warrant giving another shot to, if you're up for it. A little bit of Bach, I'm glad to hear it. 444, oh my god. Funny number. Okay. Okay. Oh! There's a deathless checkpoint for you. Okay. I guess we'll go back to just trying the whole thing. No sense wasting the magic. A random language fun fact. Absolutely. I'm a bit of a hobbyist linguist, if you haven't gathered. The word stake, as in the stakes are high, has no direct translation in German. Interesting. That is a cool one. Yeah, there's a ton of words like that that you just sort of take for granted in your own native language that just don't. Like, the other languages just don't make that distinction. Oh, is it peak time, CD? Is it peak time? They're so fucking addicted, it's hilarious. Alright, see you later. See you around, CD. That's not good enough. I knew that. Honestly, the play there would have been to dash upwards, because then we could have gotten a dash refresh out of that. Still a good run, though. Still a very good run, but I knew I was too far left there to make it to the platform. Much standing on the play of the game. That kind of reminds me of, like, another way you could say that in English is there's a lot riding on this. What? There just was none. Question though, like I'm assuming, because English, there's two different meanings that stake has. There's like a stake you put in the ground, and then there's stakes as in, like, the sense we're talking about right now. Though there is a solid chance that the sense of stake, as in gambling, is just a metaphorical extension of the physical object. Yeah, stake as in pole has a word, but it can't take on, I would guess it just can't take on the extra meaning that it can in English. Oh, what the? That was weird. Did not get the jump I was hoping for off of that thing. No, it's rather used as an insult. Interesting. Oh. Smart detection? Why auto mod? Hold on. I'm gonna check that out in just a sec, Orca. I didn't see anything that looked wrong in there. But I'll check it out in just once I'm done with his run. And probably tell Automod to not worry about it. What is this talking about? Get called a complete state. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I'm actually not an It's probably complaining about pole, if I were to guess. An absolute pole. That can sometimes take on a not so positive sense in English. That's my one guess as for why Automod didn't like that. Come on. There we go. Polecat! Funny that we were just talking about poles and then Polecat showed up. That's a manifesting if I've ever seen it. Over on the YouTube side, if y'all can. I hope YouTube chat's actually showing up on stream properly right now. Sometimes it does not play nice. But yeah, welcome in. Celeste, indeed, I can't. I've been awakened after your long slumber, school. Don't I fucking know it? Okay, cool. I was a little worried I was gonna mess up the bounce on that one, but it turned out fine. Oop. That was a little weird. Got okay. That should be good. Ooh, I really hope it actually dashes. Okay. It was a little close to me. I was a touch worried there for a second. Hell yeah! Alright. That is the second time ever I have made it through that room. No, I am not joking. Oh, what the fuck? Hold up. Y'all? This shit is whack. How do we fix this? How do we fix this? Fuck! Like they were both like not going back to their like place. How did that even happen? I can fix this. He could not fix this. Still like a tie to the distance PB though. It's a shame that things keep nah, I'd fix. Nah, I'd save the run. There's no word for like awkward doesn't exist in German? That sounds so strange. That feels strange to me. Like even more so than the stakes thing. Hello, Fake. Welcome in. Oh, that was a tripping on air moment. Like, I don't know, I just kind of expected the bounce on the Seeker's head to work. Like, I took it for granted that it was gonna work, and I just kept going. I'm not gonna call that tripping on air. I'm gonna call that Leo relaxes a bit too early. That feels appropriate for that bingo square. We've also had a musical tangents. There was a really egregious wrong direction death earlier, so I'm gonna actually mark that one off. Alright, cool. That should be good. What have I missed? I've been stuck on this level for a little longer than I would have hoped. Want to guess what the word gift means in German? I know it's not going to be gift. Given what you've said so far. I don't know what that was. Poison! Okay. Good luck immediately dies. That's kind of how it goes here. That's kind of on brand for me. Fun murder party. Junko would approve. Now I can say I gave them a German gift without being suspicious. I was touch worried I went too early there, but it was fine. I did hear about 2x2. I'm slightly confused on exactly what it's gonna entail. Like, I got the sense it was sort of like a retelling of the original, but I'm not 1000% sure on that. I've been, like, I've had to scrape out tiny chunks of time to play Celeste lately. It's so bad. I've been so busy this semester. Also on brand for me, Polecat. Oh, okay. So it's like they've included, okay, gotcha. Nagito, let's fucking go. also have the fear for so many of my Yeah. Yeah. What? I really thought I was climbing fast enough there. I don't know why I wasn't. Like, it felt like I started climbing. Maybe I was just lower down than I thought I was. I actually hate that room as well, Orca. That is actually, like, I haven't, like... Honestly, I think that was one of the first times I messed that room up tonight. But, like, in previous sessions, that room has been awful. Like, I think last time, like, a solid, like, quarter of my runs... I think... No. Like, half of my runs that were making it that far were dying to that room. A face that just asks to be slapped. Fucking amazing. Oh, no. 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 I thought I was free. I thought I was free. Yeah, defenestration's a pretty damn good one in English. That exists in German? This is the first I've heard of it. I mean, to be honest, I don't hear a ton of English speakers using defenestrate either, so... It's one of those words that it's just nice that it exists, you know? Like, even if I'm not planning on using it anytime soon, it's nice to know that such a word exists. Or window fall. Interesting. I also finally clipped my nails, so hopefully that is, that's gonna make me better at Celeste. I say that partially as a joke, but, like, when my fingernails are too long, they start catching on the buttons as I try and, like, switch between inputs. Which I know sounds, like, crazy, but it, like, actually happens. I have very strong, like, rigid fingernails that do not break very easily. And so if I'm not, like, paying a ton of attention to my fingernails, they start to get pretty damn long. And it will, like, they will just catch on buttons as I try to, like, move my hand across the controller. Pro Celeste speedrunners clip before every attempt. That's the way to do it right there. That's honestly an awesome thing to have a word for. That's a good ass idea for a word right there. Then you'd worse, better it. Alright, let's not lose any more runs. I was in the middle of saying let's not lose any more runs to this room. And I didn't hold right! I didn't hold right for long enough to catch the fucking wall. What the hell? What do you think your inner pig dog is? I frankly have no idea what that could even mean. Yeah, extremely on brand for me. I just saw a notification that said CD is playing Peak. Thought I might not make it through that bottom one, but it turned out to be okay. Fuck. Nope. Okay. It just doesn't... I have not... When I don't fall far enough for that, I have yet to find a way to recover it properly. Well... I don't know. Yeah, I haven't found a good way to do it. Do I just need to... Am I just... Maybe I'm just being dumb. I don't know. Well, that right there, that was just dumb. Hold on, I need to read this. Inner pig dog is a term for, like, the parts inside you that keep you from doing stuff. You need to get over your inner pig dog. Interesting. That's fascinating. As I said, Polecat, extremely on brand. What? Rain? We weren't done climbing. It does have those lag spikes. It does have those lag spikes, especially on 4.5 hours of sleep. Like that's when you really get those lag spikes. Forget your brain on drugs. This is your brain on 4.5 hours of sleep. Oh no! Why do I be failing? Why am I failing to that room right now? Sleep deprivation is life. You know, I can't really argue with that right now. We do not have a fuck swear. That doesn't surprise me too much. I get the sense like the way profanity works in other languages is definitely a bit different. Alright, Brain, come on. Come on. Bring her back. Okay, well that was some tripping on airs type shit. Let's mark that off real quick. That was some tripping on air. Like the sound of pain paste, that is pretty good. Fun one I say is every so often as a replacement for shit, I'll say schnitzel. Which I find to be very amusing. There was never... Locking in was a myth. I'm very sorry. Very sorry to any German friends I may upset with that one, but I do find it really funny. For no other reason than a lot of the... I don't know. I will be stealing, borrowing that. Wait, which part are you stealing? I've gone through like three trains of thought in the last like 5, like, that's a bit of an exaggeration, like minute or so. I'm assuming Schnitzel's the one that's getting borrowed, but... Schnitzel thief! How could you? I'll just take all of them. How lucky I don't eat schnitzel. I should mention, it's not even I'm trying to make a comparison between schnitzel and shit. It's just because they kind of sound similar. And I have a propensity to just add sounds to words whenever I feel like it. Yeah, okay. Yes, that is why I was worried. I do not mean it in that way, even at all. I haven't really had... I don't think I've had, like, a proper schnitzel before. The closest thing I've ever had to schnitzel was actually quite good. So, yeah, I don't know if I've had a proper one before, but the closest thing I've ever had to it was actually quite good. I'm only making the replacement because they sound similar. I guess that's the only point I'm trying to get across. Okay, sure. That wasn't how I originally intended to go through that part of that room, but... Nice. Can we please not fail this room this time? Fuck! Fuck! Why did I say anything? Maybe I need to just shut my mouth when I get to that room. Maybe you should not lock in, but lock your mouth. That's amazing. You're so right. I died in the same room as the last time, to a very similar issue as before. We go again. Woo! A little bit close on that bottom one. We don't have a word for girls. I think I've heard that before. Yeah, I think I have heard that before. I didn't even fail that room to the actual hard part. I just accidentally hit the jump button. I do not know. I fat fingered the jump button basically. Cursed as hell. I promise that was not the direct dash direction I was holding. I mean, I know it must have been, but I promise. Obviously, we don't have the concept of gender. Like, I'm actually very curious as to how, like, to what extent do you not have the concept of gender? Because there's like with a lot of the languages that we look at in like my linguistics classes, there's definitely varying degrees of it. Like some languages make very, very little grammatical gender distinctions, like at all, and then some are very ingrained. But then at the same time, a lot of grammatical gender is fairly arbitrary to begin with. If you look at languages like Spanish and stuff like that, a lot of that shit you just have to memorize. There's no, like, easy way to tell. We have sex, but not gender. Okay, I see, I see. No concept of gender, fun. Maybe then I'd stop overthinking it. We have sex, Orca. Actually, yeah, put that shit right in quotes. That's a brilliant out of context. No, I knew that was gonna happen at some point tonight. I wasn't saying anything, but I hadn't actually failed that tech yet tonight until that moment. Damn shame it happened during a run. Interesting. It's actually very interesting to see like a speaker perspective on that, Orca. We don't bring me into this? Wait, did I? Oh, no, I was like, took me a second to catch up on that one. And the funny thing about that is that English has relatively little, like, grammatical gender marking. Like, obviously our pronouns are gender marked, and then there's, like, some lexical stuff that's gender marked, but, like, a lot of the other Indo-European languages mark even more strongly for gender than English does. The definite articles, or not even just the definite articles, the definite and indefinite articles in Spanish are all gendered. At the very least, English just has the and a/an. Japanese is fairly minimalistic in their, like, in their, grammatical gender markings, though they do. The really funny one with Japanese is that the word for, like, boy and boyfriend are exactly the same, and the word for girl and girlfriend are exactly, or it's is it girl and girlfriend? I think it's girl and girlfriend, or is it she and girlfriend? No, I think it's just girl and girlfriend. It's kanojo and kare. That's a really funny one with Japanese. Yeah, she and... Is it she and girlfriend? I need to look this up in just a second. I don't know why I can't remember this. Actually, no, I think you are right. I think it is she. I was trying to summoning some of the Japanese lessons back from the depths of my brain. I do think it is she and girlfriend. I felt a little early in that cycle. Oh, there we go. Nice. I knew it. But yeah, instead of preaching out gender's your identity and not the same as you sex, we just preach screw stereotypes. We gotta get rid of them. Why should a guy not like pink? Good fucking point. I like purple a fair bit. I mean, I wouldn't call it my favorite color, but you will see it in my PFP on Twitch, so. That is, I think, more of a, like, artifact of the fact that a lot of, like, space stuff ends up getting colored, like, deep purples and stuff like that. I think it's just, like, the best way to show the blending. I like yellow. Yellow's a perfectly good color. If I have to go with one of the, I mean, you can subdivide colors in so many different ways, but if I had to go with one of the, like, the 6, like, color wheel ones, I'd probably pick green. But to be honest, I think my favorite color, if we're allowed to include more fine-grained shades, is, like, a teal. Orange is also one of my favorites, but I like darker colors, mostly easier on the eyes. Pinkish purple and more of the darker purple. I would agree with that. The darker purples I prefer. Again, I do think those are a lot of the ones that you see in my PFP, but that a big part of that is just because, like, pictures of stars and galaxies and stuff end up, like, getting colored that way a lot, I think. Wow. Okay. There you go. I knew that was too early, and I pressed anyways. Coke, the, Chef Coke is the male version. Keen is the female version. And when it's mixed, you just use it. Okay, yeah. That's kind of similar to how Spanish does grammatical gender. I've also heard that complaint with Spanish before, like the default is the... The way I've heard German's grammatical gender system described, and I want to be very clear here, when I say grammatical gender, I do mean, like, that usually speaking, there's really not, as strong as a correspondence as people might think between, like, grammatical gender and, like, perceptions about gender in language. It's just, almost the better way to think of them is, noun class systems. And so a lot of languages will make these distinctions between classes of nouns that get grammatically marked different ways. It's very common. And I think there's a few African languages out there that use like just super robust, like many noun class systems. And so that, when I say grammatical gender, it's really just sort of like a slightly more restrictive noun class system. Which is to say, it shouldn't be taken as, like, representing a culture's ideas or perceptions about gender. It's mostly just a grammatical function. But yeah, the way I've heard German's grammatical gender described before is having a three-way distinction between quote-unquote masculine, feminine, and neuter. But I am quite curious to see what an actual German speaker thinks about it. Wait, no, we go down for this one, don't we? Because no key yet. There we go. Which is the female article, male plural. Again, this goes back to what I was saying just a moment ago. With most grammatical gender systems, which, as I said, are just sort of smaller noun class systems, there is not as much of a relationship between there's a very the relationship between grammatical gender and people's actual perception on gender is generally quite limited. And they combine in weird ways. They are mostly grammatical functions. They're not they don't encode meaning in the way a lot of people do. A lot of people take a look at la mesa or whatever from Spanish and why is the table feminine? And it's maybe there was a reason a long time ago, but it doesn't it's just how you mark that word in Spanish. It's just you have a grammatical function to mark the word, and it's because these nouns are split into these sort of noun class systems. There's not an obvious, there's not a super salient relationship between those noun classes and actual perception of gender of people who are speaking the language. It's fucking crazy to me how many people will try and use these linguistic features that they clearly don't actually understand to enforce bigotry. It is insane to me. I was watching a video. I think it was the etymology nerd guy. I think that's pretty close to his actual name, by the way. I'm not just making shit up. Saw a short by him about how a lot of people were saying. So a lot of people were making some dumbass claim about how Palestinians don't have any birthright to that land because there's no P in Arabic, which is the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my entire life. It's actually so fucking silly that someone would try and argue that. Because like, if you actually pay attention to what's... First off, it's completely irrelevant. Like, let's make that very clear. Like, that's actually, like, entirely irrelevant to the topic at hand. But the even funnier part is that, like, if you're trying to invoke that, you clearly just don't know. Like, it's just a natural part of, like, sound changes, basically. Like, it happened in English too, which is what the etymology nerd points out. Like, it's actually a very common thing for like P's in language to shift into F's over time, which is exactly what happened in Arabic. Exactly, Pumpkin. We were doing some linguistics chatting while you were doing it. But we have all been funkin' legendary joke, Orca. A legendary joke. Here's another cool thing about the P thing in Arabic that the etymology nerd was talking about, which was that you will see, like, obviously Arabic, like, okay, how do I go through it? Yeah, okay. Older words that used to have a P in Arabic will shift to the F sound at the beginning, but more recent borrowings from other languages of words that have P sounds get shifted to a B instead. So you can actually kind of tell that the word for Palestine has been in Arabic for a very long time, because it has the F at the front of it, rather than like a B. Beads of Pepsi, yeah. I wasn't looking at chat, I was actually trying to play the game. Yep, Pumpkin's got the word for y'all. But yeah, so you can tell that it's an older word in Arabic because it has undergone that systematic sound change over the course of a very, very long period of time. Unlike more recent borrowings, which usually have the B. Well, I said the fact first, so fuck you, I win. Alright, cool. Oh, hello, Teeth Up Morris. I'm not sure how long you've been there. Just glanced back over at YouTube chat. But welcome in. Welcome, welcome. Glad to see you here. Oh. Now we're just making silly mistakes. We gotta get this golden berry in the next, like, 10 minutes so we don't cross the 2-hour mark, y'all. Can't be crossing the 2 hour... Can't be crossing the 2-hour mark. Maybe you should be seeing the spike wallets. Maybe so. I'm not entirely sure what you mean by won a dance battle, but I'm gonna fucking take it. Wait, what? You might have won the fact show off with Loaf, but have you won... I just misread that. Okay, have you won a dance battle today? That is actually... Did you win a dance battle today? I won a coin battle. Pumpkin's been winning a lot of those lately. Okay. Too much momentum. Alright, lock the fuck back in. Should I open a window? I should maybe open a window. It's getting a wee bit toasty in here. And then proceeded to keep emoting for like 10 minutes. You know what else would be such a good feeling, Pumpkin? If I fucking finish this level. No, I'm not that mad about it. They surprisingly did not dispute it. Oh, that was close. I was like, I recognized how low I was on the, the moving platform, but I was like, I gotta climb immediately. Nice. Ooh, we actually got the third one. Oh, fuck, but... That wasn't a good bounce? Huh? I could have sworn I was in the right spot. I'll be so glad when I don't have to deal with the Seekers anymore. This is the last of the golden berries where I have to deal with them, I think, right? I think they are just limited to chapter 5. It's not a mechanic that like reappears in Farewell or anything like that. Nice to see nothing's changed, Pumpkin. Nice to see you're the same old person I remember. I'd have expected nothing less of you. A little worried right at the end there because I kind of missed the E the first time. I was not gonna be there. I do remember how to time that part right there. Nice. No, 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 no. Oh my god. It keeps happening. Apparently that's the new cursed room. It's a shame because that's really fucking far into the level. Uh-huh. Brain. Brain. Oop, there we go. A little worried there. Sesbian Lex, say Gex. I always I enjoy it as well, Orca, the cross platform talk. Ooh, that one was fucking close. Holy shit. Hell yeah. Oh my god. Nah. No. No. Oh my god. That might be the single worst death of my entire Celeste career. Like, I can't even lie. That was a one flubbed input. Oh my god. And hello, LS Dev. Oh. Yeah, that's both greatest choke in Celeste history and dies in the final room right there. Holy shit. Wow. Oh my god. Yeah, fair enough, Orca. Thank you for sticking around for so long. Quite appreciate it. I know how late it is over there. Or I guess early at this point. Well, get whatever sleep you can, Orca. Get whatever sleep you can. This room I'm in has this tendency of a desert. Oh, well, okay, we're cooked. Maybe if we go like that? Okay, and we're just out. Oh, boy. Except the dying. Fair enough. No. What a death. Why, thank you, Orca, and to you as well. Yeah, I literally cannot get a distance PB at this point without beating the level. I just realized that. Like, there is no such thing as a distance PB without just beating this level. I can't believe the grab didn't work. That's so unfortunate. I died in Heart Room. Like, literally, like, re-grabbing. I messed up the re-grab on Theo as I was going across that final stretch. Sorry, I can't watch it all. It's like, oh, totally fine. Totally understandable. Appreciate you for stopping by at all. And yeah, it was unfortunate. Well and truly unfortunate. There we go. Did I just, like, reverse super off of the button? Oh shit, I usually don't dash there. Why did I dash there? That was just me not doing what I practiced. Central Chamber final is the yeah. I'm not gonna lie, it feels like it might be. Yeah, you're right. Don't panic, brain. I think for me at this point, having gotten to that point, is always a good thing, because the nerves are always a way lower the second time I get to a room. You know, honestly, I haven't felt too bad so far, Fake. So I'm gonna keep her going for a bit longer at the very least. I mean, there have been like shorter periods where I'm not getting runs super far, but nothing too bad so far. Faux show, Fake. Faux show. Okay. Nope. What? Why was I struggling so much with the up left dash there? That's a weird one. Oh. Oh. Evil. Let's not regress that much, please. Please and thank you. I actually am starting to think I should probably open the window because it is getting very hot and stuffy in my room. That will also probably help with my playing ability once I get my head to cool down a little bit, you know. Alright, let's get that window open, because I just did 2 deaths the same way. I should be getting some sleep, so good night now and good luck. Alright, thank you. Thank you. Have a good evening, Faith. Hydrate or dihydrate. Actually, that's a great idea. I'm gonna go get some water real quick, and then I'll be right back, y'all. When did I? Oh, I remember when I took that cup up. Alright, I'll be right back. Water acquired. Let's go. We up. Who up hying, they hydrating. Who up hydrating or dehydrating? Who up hydrate, they dihydrate? Hydrating, they dihydrate? I'm trying way too hard to make that work. Oh, I didn't even put us on stream pause. I just dipped. Hi there, Drite. Hi there, Drate. Sorry. I don't know why I wanted to say Drite there. Aww. I've done that a few times recently. Funny random... Exactly. See, you understand. Funny random words are where it's at. Oh, I jumped late there. It still worked out, but I jumped really late. Die immediately. Off, yeah, that's off friends right there. Now you get it. Now that was on brand. Come on. I can wall jump. That was a little bit strange. It worked out, but it was very strange. More at 12. I was actually very worried I didn't drop far enough to get the key there. I was a little worried I had fallen too far on the block, but it turned out to be okay. Which is good. There we go. Dash. Dash. Damn, that one hurts. Physics defying spiky ball, more at 11. Right on time. This was on brand. Get a nice sip of water. Dr. Death Defy. Pumping out this automatic sound to keep you alive. Oh shit. Okay, hold up. I think we could still make it. Ooh, nice. I was right for once. Reveal yourself, imposter. You're not the real loaf, are you? Hashtag not my loaf. Oop. That was weird. Slightly off. Okay. Okay, we're good. No. No. That's a shame. I had like a success rate of like 50% on that room when I do get to it. It's better than it's been in the past, but I still wish it was better. Have we made it? We made it past. I think we've made it past that room twice this stream. Once was just the like tying the previous PB. The other time was the very tragic, unfortunate end to the run. That's the game I feel like I'm playing, Volgad. That's the game I feel like I'm playing. Nice. Sip of water. Nice, okay. Ooh, shit. Is this gonna work? I think we're gonna be fine here. Yeah, okay. I was a little worried about that. Shit. We're good. Okay. Really? I swear I can do that. Madeline loses. Yes, indeed. I tried to save it. It did not work. What? That was weird. Dasher into Spike's Madeline bet. Yep. How it always goes. Ooh, I knew it. I was like, that was too slow. CD! How's it going? How was the peak run? Nice, nice, good to hear. Yeah, it did feel pretty long, I must say. At least from my perspective. But I've just been grinding at Celeste in that time, and that's kind of, that, you gotta lose track of time while doing that, I must say. What the fuck? Ah, that room. I was really trying to sneak by it, but it just did not work. I would have had to start, like, neutral jumping. And to be honest, you don't have a ton of, like, movement dexterity while neutral jumping, so I don't know if it would have worked anyways. Alright, Loaf, yesterday I did something that I thought I'd never do. I made a post on Reddit. Would I be the asshole? Yeah, go for it. I figured as much. That's fucking hilarious, Sudi. Would I be the asshole if I told my coworkers to do the damn dishes? A thought that plagues many a fast food employee. I don't know why that was... Brain just could not decide when to go. Damn, shit, okay, we should be good. There we go. Recovered that one. fuck? I don't... That was totally savable. I misjudged how soon it would the dash... I panicked and misjudged how soon the dash crystal would spawn back in. Actually, before I do anything else, let me read what CD said. Oh my god. Every fucking... Must I do this every time? There we go. Alright, here we go. So I, 18M, work in a very small kitchen. We have 7 people in the back of the house total. Because of the speed, I have a designated dishwasher, and since 2 people are always in the kitchen, the person who preps the food and helps with only slightly... making salads and Italian does the dishes when they get the chance. Now, since we're a small place, the dish load isn't insane, but it's still a fair bit. Basically, when I work the opening shift, I try not to leave a bunch of dishes for the afternoon person. My rule is never to leave more than 15 minutes worth of dishes. However, when I work the night shifts, the person who opened always leaves me with around an hour of dishes to do. Considering that there's still a lot of dishes to do when the restaurant closes, this leaves me with around 2 hours worth of doing dishes in a 5-hour shift. I didn't sign up for this job to be a dishwasher. I signed up for this job to be a prep chef. It's not that I despise doing dishes, but doing it so much leaves my hands aching and the front of my shirt and pants moist. It makes me feel unappreciated when I put in effort to make life easier for my coworkers when it's unreciprocated. When I get there for a night shift, the work they've done for prepping the food is adequate, but I wish they'd split the effort between dishes and food prep. The thing is, I very much did this to myself. I'm a big people pleaser, and since it's my first restaurant job, I just wanted to make a good impression. Now I just feel like my kindness is being taken advantage of, and I wanted to tell them to start doing the dishes. I'm just anxious since I really get along with everyone there and don't want to disrupt the harmony. So that's my question. Would I be the asshole if I told them to stop leaving me with an unfair amount of dishes? You know, CD, I very much, like, recognize the difficulty of asking such a thing of people, because I'm actually not sure I would have the courage to do so. But at the same time, I don't feel like that's an asshole thing to do. I think, especially if you, like, phrase it properly. Alright, I am gonna say this. I've been going for quite a while at this point. I would really love to get this tonight, and I feel like I am within striking distance, but at the same time, I do fear that I would be mentally overtaxing myself to keep this going for too much longer. So I'm gonna give us like a 10-minute warning, I'll say, and I want to be done with attempts by then. Alright, I'll read that in just a sec, CD. Not the actual. It isn't about dishes, it's about teamwork and consideration. You're leaving 15 minutes worth of dishes for the next switch while you're walking into an hour plus backlog. That's not fair. Try a calmer approach first, though, something along the lines of, hey, I've been doing dishes. Actually, hold on, let me finish this room. I don't know why I started doing the room while I was reading. Something along the lines of, hey, I've been keeping dishes to 15 minutes for the next shift, could we even it out so nights aren't stuck with a big pile? If that doesn't work, approach the manager to set a clear standard. Yeah. Barrett, I think that's a very good, very well articulated point. Pauses in the middle of Goldenberry Run to read. Oop, I just barely clipped that one key. I thought I wasn't gonna get it. Okay, cool. Fuck, good. Come on, there we go. I'm really sure he appreciated it. Yeah, he just wakes up every fucking October 1st to just dozens and dozens and dozens of pings from, like, not even any other information in the message, just like just a ping. Cool. Actually got the head bounce. No! Oh! That was just barely too far left after the bounce. Oh, CD, I actually forgot to mention, you missed what is quite possibly my most tragic Celeste death of all time. Like, I genuinely missed the final input of this level. I say final input, what I mean is the final input that matters. When in his stream was it? Oh god, I wish I could tell you off the top of my head. I should have paid attention to it. It was early in the 2 hours area, I think. Yeah, sorry to make you hunt it down. Promise it's worth watching though. It's just so bad. Like, literally all I needed to do to finish the level was re-grab Theo, and I just slightly misaligned myself for it. Oop. I just watched it. Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. I really over-anticipated that. Alright, we're probably looking at like maybe a couple more runs at this point. Good thing we have like a backlog of titles to use for this. Like we've got several waiting in the wings. Oh, that's brutal, Pumpkin. Oh, that hurts. Kudos, like, hats off to you though. That is. Come on. There we go. Ooh, what the fuck? Little weird how I did that right there. The fuck? Okay. Some of these maneuvers have been real weird. Hell yeah! Alright, one last time. We made it to this part. Oh, that was tragic. That was... How did I do that? That was the last run of the night, I'll tell you that right now. We are not continuing after that. Hell nah. Alright, that's good for me. Alright. You know, in the end, it's a little disappointing we didn't get it tonight. However, I'm actually quite pleased with the results tonight. We had a massive distance PB in the level, and I feel like the consistency has made, like, huge strides. Like, huge strides since we started. So I am, like, in spite of the fact that we didn't get the absolute best outcome, I'm pretty okay with how things went tonight. Hopefully that means we're very close, not too much longer. Maybe next time. Speaking of next time, let me run through stream schedule real quick. This is very important. I'm gonna try something a bit different. I'm going to try streaming Persona tomorrow. Why am I streaming Persona tomorrow? Because I cannot seem to get these Sunday streams to work. Like, I cannot seem to get these Sunday streams to work. So I'm gonna try tomorrow instead. Technically, I do have work Saturday morning, but I don't have to be there too early, so I think it should work. So I hope to see you all tomorrow for that. I think I should be able to do that. No D&D next week, unfortunately. Kane is out of town. We will hopefully be back the week after that. And I think, to be honest, I'm not 1,000% sure when I can do the next Celeste stream. It will either be next Thursday or next Friday. One of the two. I can't be certain though on which, so just bear with me. Yeah, that's about as far out as I've thought about stream schedule at this point. So hopefully as many of those as possible happen, and I hope to see y'all there for those. Yeah, thank you, Dex. I'm glad always glad to provide some background noise for people while they get some stuff done. Hopefully you're getting close to being able to sleep soon. I know it's very late/early where you are at this point. But I myself need to turn in for the night. So I am going to go ahead and say goodbye. We had looking like a 7 a.m. finish. Damn. Kudos to you for powering through that. Like, big thumbs up. Yes. I want to thank everyone so much for watching. We had on the YouTube side, we had Polecat, T-Dub Morris, LS Dev, we had Orca, we had Pumpkin, we had Dex, we had CD, we had Fake, and I think we had Azeweeb. Yeah, we had Azeweeb as well. Was that everyone? We had Aze, Desks, Orca, Fake, CD, Pumpkin, Polecat, LS Dev, T-Dub Morris. I think that's everyone. Honestly, enjoying the work. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. But yeah, thank you all so much for stopping by. If I missed you, I still appreciate you. And if you were lurking, I appreciate you all as well. But with that, I shall bid you all adieu. And see you all next time. Ciao!